Hi everyone, Darragh here from bonkers.ie. All energy suppliers in Ireland have increased their prices significantly over the past few months, and most more than once. But why? In this video we're going to look at some of the reasons why energy prices have been going up and what you can do about it. It hasn't been a great few months for energy customers in Ireland. All of the country's energy suppliers have announced huge increases in their gas and electricity prices over the past few months, and more price hikes look to be on the way. In most cases, the price hikes announced so far this year have added over €300 a year to the average household's energy bills. Gas and electricity prices in Ireland are already among the most expensive in Europe, and with the economy still only recovering from the effects of the pandemic, and with cheap renewable electricity at supposedly record output levels, many of you might be wondering why prices are increasing. Although the amount of electricity being generated from renewable sources has increased hugely in recent years, over 40% of our electricity in Ireland is still generated from burning gas, and up to 10% or more from burning coal and oil. This big dependency on fossil fuels means we're really susceptible to any changes in their price, which can often be quite volatile. The price of gas and coal in particular has increased a huge amount on wholesale markets in recent months as the global economy recovers from the effects of the pandemic and demand for energy increases. COVID has also created supply chain bottlenecks, putting further upward pressure on prices everywhere, and the energy market hasn't escaped. Ireland's level of renewable energy output has increased a huge amount in recent years, and consumers often wonder why this hasn't led to more downward pressure on electricity prices. But we need to remember that renewable energy isn't free. It's far cleaner and better for the environment, of course, but it costs money to build the turbines, solar panels and hydroelectric plants, convert the wind, sun and water into electricity, and then distribute this energy into people's homes. And without getting too technical, renewable energy creates very different demands on the electricity network than fossil fuels, and the two don't go well together, meaning renewable energy requires investment and money. And this isn't going to change in the near future. Indeed, under the government's Climate Action Plan, 70% of Ireland's electricity is to be generated by renewable means by 2030, with most of this to come from wind and solar. But for this to be possible, there needs to be considerable investment in the national grid. Depending on which approach is taken, that could cost between 500 million and over 2 billion, and this money will most likely be recouped through higher charges to energy customers. The increase in the number of data centres in Ireland also needs to be recognised. These centres consume vast amounts of energy, and a report from Moody's in 2018 said the continued growth of data centres in the Republic would significantly contribute to a rise in electricity demand over the coming years, thereby putting upward pressure on prices. The final point is that renewable energy is volatile. We can't tell very far in advance how windy or sunny it's going to be, and therefore how much energy will be generated. For example, according to the World Climate Service, June and July of 2021 was the least windy period since at least 1960 in parts of Ireland, the UK and the North Sea. As a result, backup power plants, which generate their electricity from fossil fuels, are still needed, and will be for a long time, for when renewable energy dips. But turning these on and off at irregular intervals, depending on how windy or sunny it may or may not be, isn't very efficient and can add to costs too. And on the subject of power plants, these regularly go out of action from time to time for maintenance reasons. However, in recent months, a higher number than usual have been out of action, and for longer than usual due partly to COVID, which has put further pressure on prices. This includes two of the country's biggest gas-fired plants at Whitegate in Cork and Huntstown in Dublin. So, to sum it up, energy prices are rising because 1. The price of gas and coal is increasing, putting upward pressure on prices. 2. Wind output has been lower than usual in recent weeks. And 3. Several power plants have also been out of action, reducing the supply of electricity, which, coupled with record demand, is also putting pressure on prices. For those looking to save on their energy bills, the best option at the moment is to switch supplier. Despite the rising prices, there is huge competition among the 14 energy suppliers in Ireland for new customers right now. In fact, the average energy switcher could save around €500 a year on their bills just by switching. It's quick and easy to switch, and it can all be done online in the space of a few minutes on bonkers.ie. Secondly, households should also look at ways to reduce their energy consumption, whether that's installing energy saving light bulbs or remembering to unplug appliances late at night. There are lots of little things we can do to use less energy around the home. Head over to our blog on our website for more energy savings tips. Thanks for watching.